Dick and Boonies Podcast. Richard, come together again. We're all about the liquor and the tasty gems. We would like to invite you in. The silly men's we welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
That wasn't on purpose. Hi.
What?
The little slurp of coffee I took.
Dude, it was such a high-pitched squeak. I don't think it's going to translate.
This thing picks up everything.
Does it sound good?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can hear my soul.
So Cam is back. Everyone.
Hey-o!
We did. Yay! That was
It feels good to be in this chair right now.
It was a very intense situation having to navigate an entire episode by myself.
You did good.
Well,
You've got it.
Whether
man.
it was
You're
good or
okay.
not
You don't need me.
is your. Oh, yeah. I'm sure that's what everybody thinks. But not only is Cameron back, but we also have a special guest. And no, it's not Johnny Depp. Although you might think it is Johnny Depp.
Contrary to popular belief.
And if you were wearing your glasses, you would even...
With a clove, you'd be fucking done, dude. Yeah.
It's our good friend Josh Louchheim. Let's give him a round of applause.
Yes, sir.
He's a fellow failed musician.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, we're in good company
Yeah,
there,
absolutely.
right?
Yes.
But you are an incredible human being, and you're an excellent painter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Not
Yeah,
a
thank
failed
you.
artist, though.
Not at all.
Yeah, so that's anyway.
Just switched mediums.
We
So
haven't
glad to
seen
have
you
you,
in a
man.
I'm
couple
glad.
years,
Thank you for having me. Very happy. It's been 2 years. Yeah.
Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Been
Way
one
too
week
long.
since you left. Sorry.
Way too long.
No, like I was saying, I think it's probably been. So it's been exactly 2 years since I've seen you last at the Friendsgiving event.
Yeah.
Hillary, we're gonna be there. She doesn't listen to this podcast.
Yeah,
She thinks it's too vulgar, even though like I'm.
She battered me verbally the other day.
Did
about
she?
It. Yeah, she's like, "Oh, it'd be nice if you fucking showed up."
Oh,
all right. Yeah,
Really?
no, yeah,
so
that's
she's
okay.
basing that
Yeah.
off just the picture, probably, because she doesn't listen. Anyways, Zach tried to listen one time, and she's like, "What are you listening to? Turn that shit off." But yeah, so it's been 2 years, but it's really been maybe not a decade, but it's been a long time since we've like
hung out,
legitimately hung out for a length of time. So there's so much that I want to talk to you about.
Absolutely.
On top of the fact that like, if there was no Facebook, I would legitimately have no clue what was going on in your life.
Yeah, I'm pretty reclusive as it is, so like Facebook is my tiny little
you
outlet.
Do you even? Are you even?
Yeah, I mean,
A little bit.
I like have to force myself to put stuff on
Well, you
there.
post your shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So
yeah.
that's it's good
and I
for
feel
that.
like I have to. Like people think I'm dead or something if I don't. Like, what the fuck?
But it's
That's
also-
good. I want to
Right?
honestly, man. I want to be there.
Yeah.
If
wanna
it
be
wasn't
where?
for this, just not.
Oh,
We'll talk about that later.
you
Social dilemma.
are.
Yeah.
You are.
I already kind of am
Dude,
though.
I don't think if I had to guess, I would say you guys are probably identical as far as how much you guys post, and I'm like I feel like a total.
Richard is 12 posts a day.
Dude, I mean, I
No,
think
it's good, though.
I think it's good.
It's wild, man. I watched that Dilemma movie though.
What dilemma movie?
Social Dilemma.
Oh, Social Dilemma.
Yeah, that's
Have
supposed to
you
be
seen
fantastic.
it?
I haven't seen it yet. It's supposed to be so good though.
It's
Give us a little run.
scary,
like scary,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah. Everyone knows everything, and you're addicted. You're an addict.
Yeah.
Everyone knows everything, and they're on top of you 100% all the fucking time.
Yeah.
So if you're good with that, great. If you're not, fucking,
Don't.
I don't know, don't.
I read a quote,
And that's the most
not too long ago.
abridged explanation I can give
Yeah.
you.
What was the quote?
Somebody was, I don't know who had said it, but it was like, would you trust your worst enemy with your deepest secrets? And no, you wouldn't.
No.
But you have everything
That's it.
on your phone.
100%.
Like
I
people just search the. I mean, there's
can
no
find
holds
any-
barred. Yeah,
Anything. It's
Anything.
all out there. Dude.
Yeah.
I just try to pretend
that it doesn't exist.
it's all good. You know what I mean? Because like I like it.
It goes way
So-
beyond that.
Yeah.
It's fucking
I know.
bananas.
Do you remember I gave my social security number
yeah.
and my driver's license?
Whatever it was. Yeah.
So, what was that?
Sorry, I'm trying to not make it a scene.
It's okay.
Could you talk a little bit straighter into your mic instead of straight up and down?
Oh, really?
Yeah. it's
How
just
does Joe Rogan do it?
Well, he probably has padding on the seat.
Oh, okay. Fuck you, Joe! I'm like trying to get everybody
He's
to do
Joe
it. Like,
Rogan and
okay,
you're
so
Richard
you need to have it
Carlise.
more direct
That's
into
how he
his.
does it.
He's fine.
We good?
It's just me? Wow.
But yeah, so
You can
it
really
was funny.
dance.
I you know, you get on your phone. I don't know what kind of phone you have, but if it gives you an update on how much your screen time. It's like you're down or up 12% since last week, and since I watched that movie, I was down quite a bit because I was like,
I can tell.
Not
I don't
want to
do
You
it.
don't
I don't want to do it.
You already don't respond.
I don't wanna
You're
do it.
responding even less now.
Yeah.
I give him some juice. I give him some
Oh, but
fire.
that's just text
Yeah.
messages though.
Yeah, but still,
And
that's
I
screen
was,
time.
I had mid response left, and then it was like, Dad, let's fucking go do this thing. And I'm like, oh, fuck.
So I'm
All
on
right.
I'm on dating apps.
Okay.
You've been in a relationship long enough to have sort of passed that all up, right? You did you have chance to do
well,
dating apps?
so like when Tinder first came out, I heard about it and I signed up to see what it was about.
Oh yeah?
About 6 hours later, I deleted it.
Oh, really?
That's too fucking weird for me. Yeah.
It's so
Really?
funny.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
so funny
Back
how
when you were single and
when I
you
was
were
single,
just like
yeah.
checking it
I was
out.
like, yeah, I'll give it a shot, see what's on there. Yeah, I was like, fuck this.
It's crazy.
It's too insane.
You
yeah.
were seeing the people that were popping up,
yeah.
and you're like,
yeah. And then I saw a couple people I know. I was like, nah, I'm just gonna give it up. I'm just gonna, go old school.
I love how I can
conversation.
Yeah, right.
I love how
Yeah.
I love how I'm able to overcome that.
Yeah.
Like, this is weird. All right, let's go.
Hey, yo, fuck, yep, let's do it. Radisson.
So real quick, just to sort of not leave you hanging on that, there was this very muscular woman on Bumble, and muscular's kind of underplaying. She was like a world's strongest woman level, and she was white. She was a white woman that definitely went black for the photo.
Dude,
She went black
It's
body.
a wild
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
A little overboard. You know how they all do that, right?
No, but it wasn't bronze. It was black.
Yeah, just
I was like, I can't tell what her nationality is, but her face and her hair is like, okay, she's a white gal.
and her
But
head
dude,
was tiny. First
You
of all,
know-
that was the first thing I noticed. Like, she had a little bit of
Tiny
hair.
little head.
She had some hair going like this, and it looked like the wrong face was underneath the hair because the hair was kind of big, and just this little tiny face sticking out behind the hair. But anyways, I was like, I took a screenshot of it. And I sent it to Cam, and I go, my ass would be hurting from getting. What did I say?
You said her clit would rip apart my asshole.
That's what I said.
And dude, I was like mid-response. I was like, this is unreal.
So that's why I fired that off. I was expecting,
Yeah.
That's a good one.
a
yeah.
big
Yeah.
response. Nothing.
Nothing.
Not a goddamn.
I didn't
thing.
give
That's
him what
that's
he
a kind of a
wanted.
check to the gut.
Yeah.
I know,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
No, hey, for sure. Yeah, absolutely. So lame because everyone wants that fucking. This is gonna be good. I fucking fired it off.
He didn't give me
Nothing. I know.
Okay,
dude.
so Josh,
I'm
Yes.
worse.
first question of the night.
All right, lay it on me.
Actually, should we? Actually, you know what? Before we get into this, and I do this a lot on the podcast, I start rolling with something and then I deviate. So that's just the way we're gonna go.
I'm cool with it.
What is if you? I know the story that I remember as far as like when we became friends.
Yeah.
Because we knew each other in high school. So
Yeah.
like the origin here for our listeners in Peru, just so they know, because we're big. We're big.
In
so
Peru?
We're in Peru.
Wow.
We're in
Only Peru. though.
We're in Nova Scotia.
28
Okay, really?
people here, but
Yeah.
Nova Scotia is
We're big.
huge.
We're big in Nova Scotia.
Yeah.
So we all went to the same high school. You were a couple years older than us.
Yeah.
Right.
Intimidating.
I was intimidating.
You were.
Whoa.
Wasn't
Never heard
he?
that before. Really?
So,
But in
where
a
do we-
weird
how do we-
way.
How do we start this?
I'll tell you how
Let's start it. Let's start it off early.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Let's
let's
start
go
the
all the way
story
back. Yeah.
early.
Okay, so I can tell you how you were intimidating.
Okay.
When I saw you and Tom Chambers fight,
Oh yeah, that's right.
I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
"What the fuck, dude?" I was like,
Yeah.
"You guys were throwing full." I'm a child. I was basically a child, and you guys were full on punching each other in the noses as hard as you could.
We were covered in blood after
And
that.
he's bigger than you,
Yeah.
and you were fucking him
Scrappy.
up.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
was like, "What is happening, dude?" It was actually one of those weird things where I was like, "He's kind of terrifying," but I kind
Was
of
that at Graham's house?
no. It was at Will Mast's
That's
house.
right.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
it was.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
And
have
I
a-
don't. I to this day, I still cannot remember what set it off. But Tom hit me for some reason, and I'm like, "Fuck that."
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you were,
Yeah.
and you know what, man? Back in the day, in your Abercrombie and shit,
Yeah.
you were fucking
Backwards
kind
blue?
of like, yeah, dude, your Flippy Bill and
Flippy Bill.
all your shit, dude.
I had it too, though. I
yeah,
can't-
you
Yeah.
did, yeah. But you weren't fighting people. No. Josh was kind of scared, dude. It was
Yeah.
like, you don't want to piss that guy off because he's scrappy, baby.
Yeah, you were scrappy,
Yeah.
baby.
Come in swinging.
Yeah, dude. And he was like, "Where's the beer?" "I don't know."
Oh,
"Well,
yeah.
I'm gonna go fucking steal your beer." "How's that?"
You
And
were
you're
down-
like,
you were
"Oh
down to
fuck,
party."
all right, dude."
You were
You were
very-
kind of scary a little
Yeah.
bit.
Man, I'm sorry.
So
I'd
when
get-
you-
I'd
I've
get
been
terrified,
bigger.
guys.
No.
I've been bigger than you our whole lives.
Right.
And I was scared of you.
Look at this little
You have no
fucker.
pain
Yeah.
tolerance or something.
Oh, I have no pain tolerance.
You-
yeah.
Is that true?
Like seriously.
Oh,
like,
that's.
I grew up skateboarding, man. Like I would fucking fling myself off of anything. I would
that's
just
true.
like pound
Just
stuff.
knowing
yeah.
that you
just
were
knowing,
gonna
I'm
be
like, I'll
good.
be fine. Yeah.
Yeah, rubber bones,
I've
too,
never
right?
broken
See, that's the
anything.
best.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
you get good.
Other than this is the only thing that's been broken is this fucker.
Holy
but
fuck.
Does that not go straight?
Do,
No,
do that
no.
again.
Is that true?
That's true. Yeah.
How long's that been?
Yeah.
Forever?
6 years.
Okay.
About 6 years. Yeah.
What
Let's
happened?
talk about that.
I really don't fucking
Uh,
know. I burnt the shit out of it when I was in California. I worked at a restaurant and I used to keep a stack of saute pans on the back left burner, just fucking on hot, just fucking scorching. And I went back. We were super busy. Went back and grabbed it, burnt the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
And then I used to wear a ring on this thing all the time, and I would take it off, and then eventually it just started like getting an indent, and then one night it just fucking cinched down there. It's never gone back.
That's from a ring.
Wild.
Well, it's from a burn. There's like scar tissue in there, and the ring, like taking it on and off, I guess fucked up all the scar tissue. And now,
Do you have gout
no,
or diabetes?
no diabetes.
Okay.
But I went to a doctor, and they said that like all of the tendon is like in a permanent recoil position. I have to have surgery to get it fixed.
Oh,
But-
they got to slice it.
yeah, they got to
and-
slice me open. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do it?
Nah.
Yeah. Why? Why would you?
I don't know.
Do you jerk off with your left
Dude,
hand?
that's that.
I'm a
that-
switch hitter. Yeah.
Do you?
Sometimes,
Why, to
yeah.
keep it straight?
Well,
I'm serious. Mine has a curve like you've never seen.
Oh,
and
I
really?
think most
and
dudes.
No, I'm
dicks
pretty.
have a
I'm pretty
curve at
straight.
some
Yeah.
point.
I'm,
I
it's
believe
like,
it.
Yeah.
You seem like you would be.
Yeah. It's.
Yours does. Oh, yours is straight.
If you jerk off enough.
So you jerk off like this.
Yeah, Taylor is full on.
The ring.
Yeah, and he does the twist too.
Ben's got to
That's
use.
such bullshit,
Ben's got
Taylor.
to use his feet and his hands to get it all covered up. I can see Ben doing that,
Dude,
though. I can
Your
just see
middle finger.
Why? Because
Your middle finger's at a constant 45-degree
Constant.
angle.
Yeah.
that's bananas.
That is wild.
Yeah.
But when you're jerking off, it doesn't matter because your fist.
Yeah.
You're close.
Gripped. Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
if
but
you
it's been lately. It's actually fucking been excruciating. I don't know what the fucking deal is.
Oh, it actually is painful?
It's starting to hurt. Yeah.
It's probably
And,
because the scar
yeah.
tissue's painful.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and it's like I could feel it like going into here, which eventually they said is eventually it's going to go all the way down. And that's
So
the
you
last fucking thing I
said
want.
when you lived in San Diego.
Yes.
Encinitas,
yeah.
And
right?
you were
Encinitas, yeah.
Encinitas,
Yeah.
yes. And that's when you worked in the restaurant.
Yeah.
And that's when you did your thing.
Yeah.
So, Richard and I, when we lived in LA, we went to San Diego.
Yeah.
And that's where we met up with you.
Mission
Late,
Beach.
like after all the high school shit
Yeah.
and like the parties, and like Josh is kind of scary too. A little bit, like he'll fight people and like he needs beer, and we're just like, okay,
Yeah.
we're freshmen.
Fucking get that guy some beer.
Yeah. And he's like, you guys could kill. I remember this one time we were at Graham's house. Josh, like, we were in there and we didn't have a lot of beer, and Josh came in and he was like, I'm gonna take this beer and you guys can kiss my fucking ass. And I'm like, oh, dude, this guy's legit. All right, that's cool. I
you
ain't gonna
get-
fuck with him.
Sound like
Wow,
I
dude.
sound like a total asshole.
Well, when you're
I mean,
when you're a freshman and you were a junior and like we're just like trying to maintain our fucking whatever.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Yeah.
So anyway, fast forward. We graduated high school. You've been in California.
Yeah.
which we didn't.
We didn't know.
We didn't know you.
ran
So
into
we
each
moved
other.
to we moved to LA.
Yeah.
And then we went to San Diego for why
Fourth
did
of
why
July.
were
Fourth
4th
of
of
July,
July?
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Did somebody just knock on the door?
Nope, I sat down in mine.
Richard and I, that trip was funny because we wanted to just go to San Diego for 4th of July and we fucking hoboed it, dude. We slept in his truck one night in Belmont.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also slept on the Bayside under a tarp.
I was
You
there.
were there?
I was there. Yeah.
Because Richard and I, the other day, were talking about this. We're like, was Josh there?
Yeah.
Or was he
Yeah.
not there?
I was there.
Okay, so this is how it unfolded. This is what I remember. I don't know how I remember because Cam thought you weren't under the tarp.
I was there.
Well,
Yeah.
Because
I didn't know.
We almost.
I
thought-
was like, he very well could have been.
okay, hold on.
I didn't remember.
I woke up like with the sun, and I had to go to work that day. Not till like 3, but I was like, "Fuck!"
That's just
like
too
the
much.
sun beating on, just hung the fuck over it, and I was like, "Oh man, I gotta get home." So
Terrible.
I just rolled through the sand and then fucking got up, like put my shoes on. I'm like, "Fuck, where the hell am I?" I had to find my car, and actually, when I was driving through the parking lot, I'm pretty sure I saw Tyler Frederickson.
Oh yeah.
I
I'm
bet
sure
you
did.
did.
Yeah.
He's
And I
just there
remember, I
going,
think he was like waving at me or
"Ah."
something. I was like, "Ugh."
Yeah. He's just there eating a
Yeah.
burrito, just like, fuck.
yeah.
Dude, yeah, for sure.
So we were at what I remember is we were at a sandwich shop. This is really where it all sort of started.
Right, yes.
Because we were really close there for years following this because we were acquaintances in high school. We
Yeah.
watched you fucking beat up Tom Chambers. You were stealing beers from us and like that was just you
Yeah.
know, like that's what we knew of you at least.
Yeah.
And then this moment sort of changed the trajectory of like our relationship.
Without question, yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and like the
without question.
trajectory
Yeah.
of our lives kind of
Yeah.
in a weird way
Yeah.
for at least 6-7 years following,
Yeah.
right? So I remember being in this sandwich shop, no clue which one it was, but right on like Mission Boulevard or something.
Yeah, we were outside sitting on the
No,
patio.
we were inside. Oh, were we outside?
We were sitting outside.
Shit.
And you
Yeah.
were with Todd.
Todd, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Todd.
Ward.
Todd Ward, yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Can we say
Yeah.
last names? What's up
probably
Yeah,
not.
it's fine. Whatever.
He doesn't care.
Yeah.
He doesn't care. We were sitting outside at a table eating, and you were with Todd.
Yeah.
I
And
thought
it
you
was
We
just
walked
me
up and saw
Richard
you guys
and
out there.
Todd.
Yeah.
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 I thought you were
Yeah.
solo for some reason.
No, Todd was out there. He like just moved like temporarily and was living with us. So yeah, him and I went down there just to see what kind of trouble we could get into.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you found us.
Found you guys,
But
yeah.
but Todd,
He vaporized. I don't know where the fuck he went.
Yeah, he was
I have no
vaporized.
idea.
you stayed with us.
Yeah.
Because
You're
we
like,
ended up
I'm
running
gonna go
all
with.
night. Yeah.
We were like, Josh, you're coming with us, or you're like, I'm coming with you.
Let's fucking
And
hang.
then we went back to LA.
Yeah.
Well, hold on.
Well-
Well, we partied
Oh yeah.
like insanely whatever we could get our hands on kind of a night.
That night, yeah, we tore it up.
And then, because I remember we went to a I can't remember, somebody in high school had like a little condo type. They were
It was a
renting
house.
thing.
It was a
but
house.
But they
Yeah.
were renting it. It was like right by the beach.
Yeah.
And so we were partying there, and I think we were all like trying to hopefully sleep there.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
we all got booted.
We got the cue like you're not sleeping.
It was
here.
like 3 a.m.
Max capacity.
So like,
yeah.
where do we go? We
And
go
so
to the
that's-
bay.
And
Yeah.
and we
Yeah,
had
you guys like, we got a tarp in the car. I'm like,
my
fuck
truck.
yeah.
in my truck.
Josh went
I'll
from
fucking-
eating a sandwich
yeah, I'll fucking
at
sleep
the
in a tarp,
table,
yeah.
going to like, I'm sleeping in a tarp with these fucking idiots. In a matter of 12 hours.
Yeah.
Which
But
was
you were
odd.
into it.
Dude, you
I'm
were
so-
so
and we
dude.
were like, Josh, you're coming with us.
That's how I roll, though. I would just like, fuck, that sounds like
you
a
went off the
radical
seat of
night.
your
Yeah,
pants.
yeah. Yeah.
So we crashed on the tarp. I don't. You know why we kind of might be a little hazy because you were, I think, gone by the time we sort
yeah.
of came to.
Yeah.
And the only reason why we woke up is because they were preparing the Bayside for the fireworks
For the
show.
4th of
Oh,
July.
And they
shit,
had
okay.
huge fucking tractors with wheels like 10 feet high. You know
That
what
was
I mean?
the worst awakening.
Almost
ever,
ran
dude.
us over because they were tractoring and it was like they were like they didn't think there was a human being under the tarp, you
Yeah.
know. So I like peeked my head over and I was like, oh no! And I was like, Cam, and Cam's like, "Rah!" And I was like, dude, we're gonna get run over by a tractor right now. So we had to like get up right away. You know,
Get our act together.
we get up and our stomachs, I remember, were just like not okay.
Yeah.
And we instantly just fucking loaded a bowl and smoked.
Where's the bag of weed? Let's make sure we have that.
And we
dude.
smoked, bro. I've puked. We ate,
We puked in the parking lot.
bro. We ate burritos. You know that little Mexican food restaurant on the corner?
Oh yeah.
What
Yeah,
was
of
that
course.
called? Everyone ate there.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah.
Well, I know we
Taylor.
ate there late night. I think I got 3 rolled tacos with cheese, and when I threw up, the cheese
was full shreds
of cheese.
No shit.
Had not been.
It looked like- it
I
looked
ate
like
it
it's just been resting up
right
top
there.
there.
You could have
like
dried
he
it
didn't
out.
chew it. He just swallowed it.
You could have dried it out, reused it,
Yeah.
melted it on your next burrito.
Nice.
And that was right outside of your truck at Belmont's parking lot.
Right. So then, the cell phones existed at that point, right?
Yeah,
We
had
all had
Nokias.
the little
Nokias,
tiny
yeah.
ones, right?
Nokias, yeah.
Okay, so
well, flip phones actually at that point.
So what? The next thing I remember, I don't remember how we got you to Los Angeles, but did you just drive right out to Los Angeles like immediately?
No, so I came back that night because I'm pretty sure I got your number. We fucking hung out all weekend. So
Okay,
I
so
came
that was
back like after work. I came back and we chilled,
Right.
and then we were partying. Or maybe it was the same night actually. I can't remember. But anyways, I found out that my sister was coming to you guys'
yeah.
place, and I'm like, oh no shit, because you guys were like, oh yeah, we've been hanging out with your sister.
That's right.
And I called her. I was remembering I was in the bathroom. I called her. Yeah, going to Richard and
were you taking
Cam's
a shit?
place? No, I was taking a piss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that the Mexican food place? Marcys.
Marcy's, yeah, that's
Okay,
it. Yeah.
okay. So go ahead.
So she's like, yeah, I'm coming. You should come. I'm like, I'm fucking there. And so I was like, dude, I came out of the bathroom. I was like, dude, I'm going to come up to you guys' pad when my sister's there. And
That's
I
right.
rolled out after work and like Friday night and was just
I felt like you
jetted
were there
there.
for 2 weeks. Is that true or false?
No, I was there for a while. though.
You
It
didn't-
wasn't
I was there.
2 weeks.
I
no.
came a couple times.
I feel like you didn't leave for a while.
No,
'cause-
but
a couple-
that time, I remember he was in the recliner. We had a recliner thing,
yeah.
and
Yeah.
he was like, and we were smoking cigarettes in the joint,
Yeah.
and he was like, dude, like we all woke up and like Josh is there, and we obviously had a great time the night before. He's like, well, I just had a smoke. I'm gonna go take a shit. I remember this. And you're like, I'm like, all right, sweet. And then that night we played beer pong on a surfboard.
yes,
Yes.
yes, yep.
And then it just kept going.
Kept going. Yeah, we
for
we
an unlimited
so
amount
they,
of time.
They were there before me. I think I took Friday off work, so I got there
That's when I was
Thursday,
with,
and we
Outlaw.
partied. Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
We partied. They left. I stayed there for I honestly don't know how long.
You just
yeah, but
open-ended your life
I
to
was-
just chill.
let's
Did
just
you not?
chill.
I mean, did you lose your job? Because I feel like you were there a while.
I know because I came back multiple. I think I was there for 3 days,
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
and I think the last day, I was gonna stay later, but then something happened where
Just like, were you there for 2 weeks?
I just moved in.
I felt like because we weren't gonna play beer pong, I'm pretty sure. And then Josh was like, "Get the surfboard." He was
Yeah.
like, "Let's
Get
do
the
the surfboard."
surfboard and set this up on the table that we
Yeah.
had in there.
He also
Yeah.
introduced us to box wine.
Oh yeah, the Conquistadors, man. Yes, yes.
Taylor, what do you know about
We
that?
didn't know anything about that.
Yeah,
you brought
the
those into
Franzia.
our-
Yeah,
watched Taylor
Franzia with a little
puke up
key light or
fucking
bush. Yeah,
ramen. I watched Taylor puke up ramen because of Conquistador.
Yes, you did.
those things will rock
Yeah.
your fucking world.
That was at
man.
the
Yeah.
Slyboard, baby. Yeah. Oh my God, dude. And that's so. Josh came. He did his thing, and then we started drinking box wine and Coors Light mixed.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did.
And then we would go to Taylor's place, which was a little bit further down the road, and just we would snip the
corner.
bag,
The corner.
and like we were
Did
squeezing
you get
into
every
our
drop?
mouths.
Dude, because at the very end, there's
You
not
can't get
enough-
it, yeah.
there's
Not enough
Yeah.
pressure. It can't
Yeah.
suck it up, so you gotta.
That's genius.
Yes,
I never even
genius.
thought of that.
Dude,
I think you did.
You invented the Conquistador. It was. I almost feel like Josh was like,
You gotta snip that.
"It's a Conquistador. You've never had one. It's like White Zinfandel and Coors Light. No, I haven't. But you know what? We're doing it right now." And then I remember Taylor just puking outside the back door, dude. Oh my god.
Yep.
Box wine.
Yeah, beer box wine. What do you think's gonna happen? 100%. But we fucking hung out.
A lot.
Yeah.
And so, like, I think about what would you have done if you didn't just come with us that day? You know what I mean?
If I like my entire course of my life, or like
Yes.
that
well,
specific day.
every choice you make
Yeah.
changes your trajectory.
Well, yeah. I mean that right there. So I had a fucking blast hanging out, and then like we're out there doing music and shit. You should come back for a show. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
So then I came back. And I dug the whole vibe, man. You guys had lyrics, right? And you're like fucking writing songs and shit. I've always fucking loved that as a kid. Like, just obsessed with the Doors and
Yeah.
like all the whole grunge thing. I was like so into it as a kid.
Yeah.
Right.
And I always thought, man, I'm pretty sure I could fucking do this.
I'm pretty sure.
So I came back, saw a show. I'm like, I gotta fucking start a band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you did.
And I did, yeah.
Yeah.
Just by chance. Like, I ended up moving back to Arizona, and then, like, Zach and I were hanging out, and I remember, like, we were partying at my grandma's house when she was out of town for the month, and, like, I sung something, she's like, that was pretty good. I'm like, yeah, we should start a band, dude. And he's like, okay.
Yeah. All right. We just did.
We just did it, yeah.
Yeah, dude. Because Zach wanted to as
He wanted
much
to,
as
too,
you did,
yeah,
too.
exactly, yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And he shreds.
Fuck, yeah. he does,
Zach's a
dude,
fucking
yeah.
great guitar
Yeah,
player.
great guitar
too.
player,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
Yeah.
dude, it made sense.
Yeah.
White visitation.
Yes, that was the initial
That was
name.
the right.
Yeah,
Racist.
it's very, and
So-
that's why we changed it. Yeah,
So I remember.
So what was the meaning behind the band?
it's it was like a haunted asylum in like Europe or some shit like that.
Oh.
And I
You know,
remember.
we were like so stuck on a name, and I threw it out there. Somebody else had told it to me. This girl that I used to hang out with.
And you had a
I
Native
worked with.
American in your band too, so
Yeah,
it was like,
and he didn't mind, but we played Jugheads, which is like a Native American joint,
oh yeah.
and
Oh,
we
yeah.
played with like an all Native bands like Bloodline. And I remember standing out there talking to a bunch of dudes, and they were like, "What's up with the name?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Oh, I told
You
them."
had to explain
and then
it to them.
then the singer from Bloodline, I think his name's Lauren. He goes, "You should see the cover of his album. It's Josh storming the free world like he's fucking Christopher Columbus," and it was just like fucking all eyes on me,
Mayhem.
death stare. Yeah, and we were supposed to play a Native American festival like the next weekend. And I got to the studio, like the practice space. I was like, "We're changing our fucking name." Yeah, like we're like right now we're sitting down and we're fucking coming up with a new goddamn name.
I remember we did a gig at the Brick House.
Yeah,
We did a gig at the Brick House, and the first thing you did when you were on stage before you started playing, you were like, "There's some fucking talk about our name,
yeah.
white supremacy. We're fucking sick and tired of hearing it. It's not that." And you like made it a point to talk about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then you guys launched into
Yeah,
your
I think that was
set,
actually
yeah.
at when we changed it, because I drew out a shirt for it too, because when we changed the name, it was at Alice Cooperstown.
Or was
Oh,
it
yeah.
Cooperstown?
Yeah, it was Cooperstown. Yeah,
That was a good show.
Yeah, yeah.
Couple blocks down the road.
Right down there. Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah, I remember changing. I'm making a bit of. I'm like, we gotta we've played some shows as this name, and
Yeah.
it's the same fucking band. We just got a new
And
name. Yeah.
you guys rehearsed at Francisco.
Yes, we did. Yes, we did.
Which I mean, that's
Yeah, so much fun. Yeah.
you're not a band until you've rehearsed at Francisco.
At Francisco's, yeah. And how that all came to, it was just Zach and I, like at first just jamming in his mom's house, and they were so over it.
Yeah,
Like
fuck
we were
yeah,
just
they're
fucking
over
trying
it.
to rock out in there.
They're like, "Oh,
Yeah.
great, these kids
Yeah.
are now starting a band."
Yeah, right. Like 22. What are they fucking gonna do with the music,
Yeah.
I'm
But
like,
you
I'm
did
like,
it.
I'm like, dude, we gotta get a space, man. And Zach's like, that's the next level. I was like, fuck yeah, it is.
I know. God.
So yeah,
Oh,
we
man.
got there, and it was just him and I in there. It's too low. Okay, thank you. Yeah, and it was just him and I in there, and then we wrote a few songs, and then we found our drummer. Which actually, we found our drummer because of you guys. Henry.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I forgot
Yeah,
about that.
they were friends. Yeah, and he came up, he showed up, and just left his stuff there. I'm like, I guess he's in the band.
He's in the band now.
Yeah,
Is that true?
Yeah.
He claimed his spot.
yeah. We jammed for one day, and he's like, I'm just gonna leave my shit here. I was like, okay,
Okay.
cool, yeah.
Did it work out?
Yeah,
It
it worked out good. Yeah, yeah.
Rent's due on the 2nd.
Right, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so that whole thing, happened. We all failed at that, and then how did the painting thing start? What I all of a sudden you just started, a couple of pictures would pop up here and there, and I'd be like, wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
I had no clue you had any interest. I think I talked to you about it maybe one other time, and you were just like, I just started doing it.
Pretty much.
So
yeah.
what compelled you to like start doing it on that level?
So I grew up around a pretty famous artist named Phillips. He was very, very good friends with my great-grandfather and then my grandparents. My grandma did all of his accounting pro bono, and my family helped him basically establish a career. He came out to Phoenix for Teddy Roosevelt's New Deal and built Phoenix Art Museum.
Oh.
And then he went to, I want to say, Iowa, and built another art museum. And my great-grandfather and 6 other families decided that that's what he shouldn't be doing, so they put together a trust for him to paint and do nothing but painting for 2 years. They got him a show and paid for his entire living expenses for 2 years, so he can build a body of work. And then, their only thing they expected was they each got a painting as payment. And
Wow.
if the show was a success, he could pay them back the debt. But if it wasn't, no big deal.
He established the Phoenix Art Museum?
Yeah. So he went to school for fine art. He got a doctorate in fine art from Yale. So he's a legitimate artist.
What was his name? Philip
C.
Seymour
Curtis.
Hoffman? What?
Yeah, Philip Seymour Hoffman. Yes.
What was his?
Philip C.
Who's
Curtis.
also a legitimate
Philip
artist.
C. Curtis.
Yeah, and he used to have a permanent room at the Phoenix Art Museum with all of
shit.
his work. Yeah. So I grew up around his studio. Would have brunches with him and dinners with him.
As a young
kid, yeah, and him and my grandpa would just get fucked up together all the time.
Wine?
Wine, like
What?
scotch and all kinds of
okay.
stuff. Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, box wine.
box wine.
They were drinking Franz.
With a little Coors Light.
Yeah.
With a little Coors Light.
So it was always something that I was around, and when I would go to a studio, I was just mesmerized.
Yeah.
Like you hear about fine art in art classes and stuff, but you never, and you see it in galleries, but you never see it firsthand. And I was like, that's like just a real person just doing some art. It's not, it is obtainable.
Right.
And so it's always something that I've also had in my mind. I've never really done a painting or anything. I've just done little doodles, and I had some native ability. And after the whole band broke up and all that stuff, I just kind of had no creative outlet, and I was sitting at work one day. I'm like, I'm going to fucking paint.
Yeah.
And after that, I got off work. I went to Michael's. I picked up a bunch of fucking art supplies, and I'm like, I'm just going to figure this shit out.
That's
Yeah.
fucking the best.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
10 years ago now. Yeah. And I think, probably 10 years ago in June or May. Yeah.
And you've pumped out some pieces.
A lot,
And
yeah.
you've had exhibitions.
Yeah. I've exhibited. Yeah, I started at a small gallery in Old Town Scottsdale. I had representation from them for 2 years. That's where I got my start selling paintings.
Right.
Then I branched out, had some shows at the Herberger, Mon Orchid, a few other galleries. Yeah.
So
I remember going to that Mon Orchid one, man.
I love
shit
that
is
place.
so
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I had a big
That was
cello
awesome.
exhibition there. Yeah, in 2015. It was. I mean, that opening of that night, it was overwhelming. The amount of people that were there was a little terrifying. Honestly, it was the closest thing that I've felt as far as art shows are kind of. It's not like adrenaline rush like when you get on stage. It's just kind of mellow. That
Right.
was the only one that I've had where it was holy shit. I felt that adrenaline rush, and I was just fired up for hours afterwards. Because it was just me, and there was hundreds of people throughout the whole night. It was epic.
do you mind if we throw up some of your work?
No,
as
not
we're
at all.
talking?
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Yeah,
guys can
yeah.
throw it up, chuck it up as we're chatting
Yeah.
about it,
If you go to-
whenever you want.
Are they on my website?
First on your Facebook.
Okay, yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Cool. So in the video portion,
Yeah,
obviously in
for
the
sure.
audio,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, for sure.
But that's a good reason why you should maybe subscribe to the YouTube channel.
There you
huh?
go.
I've got a piece of Josh's art in my house.
I should have.
You should have one. Yes.
Do you
yes.
still have that?
I
by
sold
chance?
it. Sorry.
Did you sell it?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you told me.
I told you. I was like,
told me.
dude, if you want this, come get it.
I know,
Because
I
somebody's
know.
gonna buy it, and you're yeah.
So, that was a bad. I was not in a good place.
I know, and I know that now. In hindsight, I would have held it for you, but I'll paint you another one. Yeah.
That would be cool. You know what, bro?
Yeah.
If you want to paint something for our wall, if
Yeah.
you would, be cool with that, we'll
Yeah, for
fucking
sure.
hang it, bro.
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
hang
well,
it right there.
yeah.
We're gonna put up some artwork. We got a
Yeah.
sign and shit, but like,
Yeah.
this wall is ready. Yeah,
I
so,
would say I'd bring mine, but I don't want it here. I want it at my house.
yeah. So you painted it for it was a wedding gift, right?
Yeah, well,
Wasn't it?
it was one that I already had painted, and you came over to my place, and you're like, "That's my favorite one."
That's right.
And then I was like, I couldn't find anything on your wedding night. Well, not the wedding night, but the reception here, and I couldn't find anything to wrap it up. So I got you a gift from your registry, and I also like wrote a note like, "Hey, also I have that painting that you want." Yeah.
I'm big piece.
You're gonna cry, aren't you, Richard?
Just a big piece of shit. Yeah, because I was like, I'll come get it, and you would text me and be like, hey,
Yeah.
you gonna come get it?
Yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just fucking cram a needle in my arm real quick, and then maybe I'll get back to
It
it.
happens, man.
And then maybe I'll get back to you.
Yeah. So
And your medium
Oil.
is oil.
Yeah, strictly
Like,
oil.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't fuck around with anything else.
Right.
Yeah.
did you immediately start with oil, or did you fuck around with
Yeah,
watercolors?
oil first.
That you started with the oil?
I bought oil
God
and
damn.
acrylic. So I
Oh,
started
okay.
with some oil. Like I painted this one painting, and I painted the base of it in acrylic. And then it dries really fast, and I started with oil, and I was like, oh, that's fucking weird. And then I painted with some acrylic, and I just didn't like acrylic because it dried so fast, so I just stuck with the oil.
Oil's a little
Yeah.
more malleable. You can
Exactly.
kinda-
You could slow drying. You could speed it up. It
What, by
just-
fans or something?
Well, no, just like you add mediums to it, so different kinds of oil, so you could extend it. I mean, it's so versatile, and acrylic's not really like that.
So
And-
with
No, yeah, you go.
So with
Go
oil,
ahead.
you could be over here doing something, go down here, touch up some shit or
Yeah.
begin something, and then you can go back and you can still go
like
for
like
it, right?
days later, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus
yeah.
Christ.
Like, I mean, like they don't consider like reds, like traditional cadmium reds, dry for like some insane thing like 50 years or something like that. It's like you could always take something and rub it on there, and some paint's gonna come off.
Oh wow.
It's crazy, yeah.
Something
Yeah.
specific with the red?
Yeah, just how it's like a cadmium, so it's like I don't really know much
You're
about
saying
it.
a word that I don't
Yeah,
register
it's like
anyways.
it's
Cadmium. I know
ca-
Cadbury.
the
cadmium.
Babe.
Yeah.
I know
They,
Cadbury.
they have like
Babe.
cadmium reds and yellows. It's like what it's made out of. A lot of them used to be made out of like natural minerals and stuff.
Right.
So for whatever reason, it just takes forever to dry.
Simba.
So yeah,
Yes.
Yeah.
That's cadmium.
For sure.
That's pure
sure.
cadmium.
Shit. I had a question. Good God.
I got one.
bless-
Yeah.
I got one.
yeah.
No, I had one, and then I was like,
So, do you have a job?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Well, what do you do?
Yeah.
I thought you were
I-
a painter.
I do that. I do both. I've been working in the mortgage industry for fucking 8 years. Zach Chambers got me in the fucking mortgage industry.
That's not what he does.
Well, no, but he was working at Bank of America, and I was just winging it. You know, just
Yeah.
selling paintings here and there, just doing whatever I wanted to do. And he's like, dude, they're hiring. Give me your resume. I'm like, I'm not looking for a job. He's like, just send me your fucking resume.
Yeah.
And Zach
I'm
and I
not
have
looking for a job.
Zach and I have a history of working together. We've worked together at so many different places, and I was like, oh fuck, I'll go work with Zach again.
Yeah.
So I sent him my resume. They
your
called,
family.
Yeah, right? Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll go hang with my butt all day, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I sent him my resume. They scheduled an interview, and I was like, I don't know anything about fucking mortgages. You know,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just talked about painting the whole time, and they just fucking ate it up. And I'm like,
In your
like,
interview?
yeah, in my interview, like all I know is painting. Like, I taught myself how to paint, and they're like, well, you think you could do this? I was like, I could do this, and they fucking hired me. Yeah,
That's funny.
yeah, and it turned out I was pretty good at what we were doing, and then it was like a contract gig, and then I got hired on as a permanent employee for Bank of America. I guess I can say that shit. I don't work there anymore. And then I switched jobs to a third-party mortgage servicer, and I was there for 7 years. And I actually just moved companies beginning of the last month. I was one of my old bosses reached out to me and basically swept me off my feet. And
So
Yeah.
what's it gonna take to get you? What's it gonna take to get you out of like the mortgage business?
I keep saying when painting supersedes the money that I make in the mortgage business,
Then you'll just.
but then I keep getting promotions and shit. So it's like it makes it
Oh,
really
it's hard to catch
And
up.
also, I
Right.
mean, I have a family. So
Yes,
like,
you do.
Right?
I have
You've
to
got-
have health insurance, and I have to think about retirement and all that shit.
Right.
So it's really not feasible. And also I can't paint all day. I tried that. I just go fucking nuts. Like I get so like in my own world where I like to walk out of the
Hey.
house and just like,
What do you?
fuck this. Like,
Quick question.
yeah.
I could see you
Yeah,
doing that.
yeah.
More than anyone else,
Yeah,
I could
yeah.
see you going like painting
Throwing
for like 3
down
days.
the
Yeah.
fucking
For
thing.
3 days, and then just
Yeah.
like opening the door and just being like, I gotta
Nope.
fuck this shit.
Dad, what's wrong? You're like, I can't fucking tell you.
Yeah.
What do you listen to while you paint?
Oh, all kinds of shit, man. Lately I've been listening to you guys' podcast, in all honesty, doing that. But I listen to like any music, like old music, new music. I've been listening to a lot of Starset.
3 bands. Starset? What is that?
Starset. It's
Who is this?
I just stumbled upon them. They came up on a playlist. They're
Isn't
like
that the best
they're from like
sometimes?
Ohio, and it's like prog rock, but it's just like super cosmic. They like sing about the cosmos and shit. It's fucking epic. It's so good. I talked Zach into going to one of the shows with me, and he's like, I feel like every song could be in a movie. I'm like, yes.
Oh,
They're-
are they
they're-
lengthy too?
Yeah, some are pretty lengthy. Yeah, I think they're phenomenal. So
Do they
that's
s- oh,
it's real singy.
I was gonna say
very
do they
melodic.
sing?
Yeah,
And then
very
and then-
melodic. Yeah.
Then you said their lyrics are about the cosmos.
Yeah, it's very singing. They scream here and
Judging
there.
by the notes, I think they're talking about the cosmos. That was super Cosmo-y. Did you hear that? That was Orion's belt. Whatever.
I mean, when the new Tool album came out, I listened to that on repeat for
Yeah.
days.
I'm sure that gave you a little inspiration.
Tons, tons.
Yeah.
Anything Maynard, I will soak every note of that up.
And a lot of that album isn't. I mean, of course he's
Yeah,
there and
yeah,
he's singing.
yeah.
but
But I mean, it's Tool. I mean, it's you're always gonna have those.
that's a
they
musical.
just take you on.
That's
a
a
journey.
musical journey.
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
album
Yeah,
is.
it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
It was fucking epic.
So it's
And-
been
yeah.
it's been 10 years of painting.
Yeah.
The first couple of years, you were just painting and selling paintings, and that was like your source of revenue.
First year I was working at the post office. Like over
Doing
in Glendale. I was in their remote encoding center. I don't know what the hell I did. I typed in addresses all day. Like things would pop up on my screen of mail, and I would type in addresses. And I have no fucking idea why. To this day, I still have no idea why I did it.
But you.
But that's what they did, and they just said do it as fast as possible. So I just and just would type addresses
cranked
in.
them out.
Yeah, I just cranked them out.
I
Yeah,
don't know why.
yeah. And it was like
You saying that
I'm
makes
just
me laugh.
picturing him, dude. I'm picturing him there, like flip bill. Like,
Just no clue why. He has no idea.
I don't know why
he's
I'm
there.
doing it, but I'm doing it.
How'd you get this job?
but also
Um,
super stoked
found
to
it.
be there. You know?
And you could listen to music all day, so I just have my headphones on and would just jam. So I could just just
You were
rock
listening
out
to
and do
Danny
it. Yeah,
Carey
yeah.
fucking doing this shit
Yeah.
all day long.
Yeah. So yeah, and they ended up closing it down. They had a place in Glendale, and then they were like, "You could move to Utah." I'm like, "No, thanks." Yeah, yeah,
Not for
Yes,
Yeah.
I could.
yeah. Not gonna, but I could.
not gonna do it.
Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent.
Wouldn't be Brandon.
So, for some reason, I was under the impression that it was all painting, but
No.
you've been in the mortgage business.
Yeah, yeah.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Just a standard old
Yeah,
mortgage.
it's mortgage dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
are you a broker?
No, I work in like servicing. So I was initially like when I was hired on Bank of America, I filed like Fannie Mae claims, like post foreclosure to get reimbursements for Bank of America.
Right.
And then I went to the third party servicer. I'm not gonna really say any of their names. Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably
you
not.
don't have
Yeah.
to.
Okay. And then I went there and I worked in their default management, so like oversaw foreclosures from basically start to finish. Started as just an associate and then was promoted a couple times, and then I moved from that department internally to the call center as their business analyst, and then like did some things there, and then they promoted me again and made it like a global role, and then I was over the entire call center doing like writing policies and procedures and shit. Yeah, and like yeah, right.
I'm just picturing
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
like sitting there going like,
Gotta write policies.
Yeah. Yeah. And
you
then-
nailed it, right?
Yeah,
Nailed it.
Yeah, nailed it. And then my boss that was my prior boss when I first started there. He changed companies and he contacted me. He was like, "Listen, I want you here. We're building a servicing platform." And I was like, "I'm not looking for a job." And he's like, "Just talk to my boss and we'll see what we can do for you." And they hired me. They made me an offer, and I was like, I can't turn that down. So yeah.
So you had a showing before COVID, right? And it had to be canceled or pushed back. I know. I saw you.
Couple things, yeah. I was supposed to have a solo show at Sayison Gallery, which is downtown Phoenix. That was supposed to be in April. I was supposed to deliver everything like tail end of March.
Is that so? How does that work? Just run me down. So
It's a lot of it depends. Some of it you submit to it. Like if it's a group show, you submit to it. That one
is
was
there a
just
certain
offered
amount
to
of
me.
pieces you have to submit?
For like a group show, they usually give you like a limit of 3. You could submit 3 pieces, and then it goes through a jury process where it's reviewed by whoever's curating and jurying it, and they make a decision based off of the theme of the show, this and that, and select artists to be in it.
Oh, okay.
But the one at Sayison was it was a solo show, so I was asked if I wanted to exhibit. I said yeah. So I was supposed to bring in like 20 some odd paintings or something.
Jesus.
Yeah, but I ended up like talking
hours.
to the owner. I was like, listen, I don't know what the state of everything's going on. It seems like things are shutting down. I was like, I don't really want to bring a bunch of paintings right now, and nobody's going to come, and then everything's closed down. Now they're just sitting there. She's like, I have lung cancer. I don't want to do it either. Let's just postpone it. So that's postponed indefinitely. And then I also was supposed to be curating a show at the Herberger, guest curating a show called Evaporation, and that was supposed to be actually, I think, in August. But they're still closed, so that's been pushed back to April 2021. And then I have a solo exhibition at the Herberger in 2022. So that's what I'm working on to get
So
ready.
you
for
gotta
that.
these things get planned 2 years in advance.
Like a solo show, like a big solo
yeah.
show. Yeah, like my solo show at Herberger, or not at Herberger, but at the Mono Orchid. I knew about that about a year and a few months prior to.
No shit.
Yeah. So I literally just did. I mean, I got off of work and I would just paint all day and night. Yeah.
What would you say your? It's like when you get like when you're a musician, you get asked like, "What's your genre?" And you're like, "I don't fucking know, dude. Rock, bro." Like you don't know new metal, dude. Like you just don't know what to say because it's hard. I mean, you don't want people to sort of put a label on like what your creative,
of course.
outlet is. But you sort of have to. It's like
It falls into something.
you got to play
Yeah.
the game a little
Yeah.
bit. What would you consider your style of art? Because I swear to God, dude,
Dolly, dude.
I've
Yeah.
still never. Well, I think. I guess you could assimilate. Is that to something? But your artwork is very. That's one of the things.
It's Josh,
that
for
came
sure.
that hit me from the very first time I saw your shit. I was like, I have not, and I'm not a huge art like connoisseur or anything.
Yeah.
But you see art.
Yeah,
You know,
absolutely.
And I was like, this is you. This is. There's no one else doing this, and
Yeah.
you could line up 100 paintings, and I could pick. Let's say you had 7 paintings mixed in with 100. I could pick all 7 of yours. You know what I mean?
Damn,
sure.
that's a huge compliment.
That's
100%
is-
true, dude.
Wow.
It is true,
Yeah.
and
100%.
that is
Wow.
honestly what makes a real fucking person stand out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really, I think, the most important thing is being able to create something that is original.
Yeah, yeah.
What's your style of art? What is the label that you fall under? Okay, here's the question.
yeah.
What's the label that people have given you, and what do you think you are?
I don't know if anybody's given me a label.
really?
I
Who are
say
your
I say it's surrealism, but sometimes like I try to get out of that realm. Like the one I just finished last night. It's not really surrealism. It's kind of like just like a landscape.
Yeah.
But it's kind of surreal when I look at it. I don't know. But I would like my influences, Phillips C. Curtis for sure, Dolly without question. Love Picasso's work. There's a dude, the French painter right now, which I'm super hooked on. He's a French dude that moved to the Southwest, and he paints like Southwest art. His name's Mark Maggiore, I think. And I just found out a couple days he used to be in a metal band. He was like a huge metal band back in France.
Really?
Yeah, like signed and shit. Like I pulled him up on YouTube, like hundreds of thousands of views and shit. Like legit, yeah. But he paints like his colors are fucking immaculate. I mean, he paints like the Southwest, and it just looks like the whole painting glows. It's unreal.
Wow.
I'm like super hooked on that.
And
right now.
coming from a Southwestern,
Yeah,
you vouch for that.
Yeah, and he
that's
just
huge.
came out of an entirely different country and just like I think he owns Southwest painting. Honestly, he's
Really?
phenomenal. Yeah.
So
Like
is
I'm
that,
super hooked on that.
is that
dude?
Okay, so surrealism, is that like how would you define that word?
Like, I mean, it's a foundation of realism, but like things that
Supersede,
almost dreamscape kind of a
Okay.
thing, like
when
something
people
maybe you
say-
thought about or have dreamed about.
Okay,
Yeah,
I got you. Because
like kind of like. Because you can't really have surrealism without realism. So, like, life is pretty fucking weird, especially right now.
yeah.
Like, this is probably the most surreal thing I've ever
It's
experienced.
the
It's like-
Cheshire Cat, dude.
yeah.
Are you working
Yeah.
from home?
I was. I was working from home since March, but I've been going in the office since I have the new gig.
Oh, nice.
It's just, I mean, I can work from home. It's just easier to learn everything there.
For sure.
Yeah.
So you're a dad.
Yes. Yeah.
You got
yeah.
you've a stepson, right?
Stepson, yes. Yeah.
And a
And
4-year-old
a 4-year-old daughter.
daughter
yeah.
that actually came out of your dick.
Yes.
right?
Yes, I made her. Yes.
That's cool. You've been married now.
And
for...
now she's making you.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Have you had any weird things happen with your youngster? Like any sort of interesting things that you care to talk about? I can give you an example.
Yeah, give me an example.
Okay, so I was telling Cam this story. The other day, right? So every once in a while, like I'll take a shower with Charlie, my 4-year-old son, right?
Yeah.
And so he is,
This is a funny story.
he's checking shit out.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
he always goes, "You got a big dick." No, he doesn't say that. He doesn't say. He goes, "You have a big penis."
Yeah.
And I'm always like, I go, compared to yours, it looks huge. I go, but it's not that great. But thank you, son. And he has no idea that I'm like what I'm saying really. But we're
Dad, you got a big dick in the shower. All right.
But so I was giving him a shower, right? And we were I get him done, fast. I just get him all lubed up because he's like fighting me the whole time.
Dude, yeah, it's
Just wanna
like
get it
trying
over
to
with.
wash an eel. Yeah,
It's
they
worst.
hate it. Yeah.
And here's a
They don't stop moving.
No,
Dude,
ever,
ever. You guys ever have this where like you say it's bath time and they're like, "Ah!"
Yeah.
and they run,
Yeah.
but then you get them in the fucking bath and they don't want
wanna
to
get
get
out.
out.
Yeah.
I'm like, fucking pick one.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I had him in the shower. This was actually a couple weeks ago. There's two stories. It's gonna come together in a big blossom of
Yeah.
naked dad shit. So, so basically, I get him all done, and then I stand him like over there, and I'm like, let me just do my shit, and he'll like, I have a loofah on a stick. He'll like wash my ass, and like he's just like weird like that. Like I'll just be standing there, and he'll be like, I'm gonna wash your butt, and I'm like, okay, but so I'm
Got
standing
people
like
working for
facing him.
Uh-huh.
My genitalia was facing him, right? I was
Yeah.
gonna say exposed, but that's not the right word. when
Yeah,
you're
that's,
talking-
yeah, I don't use that
that's
word.
too It's my son,
But the
goddamn.
loofah washing your ass crack was the right word.
That's true. Yeah, that's fine. No, I just mean like
There's no.
But I
there's-
just mean is exposed sounds a little fucked up. He's my goddamn boy.
Yeah.
He thinks I got a great dick. Big deal. So
He's proud of you.
Yeah.
He's looking up to you.
So I'm facing him like this, and I'm like rinsing out my hair, right?
You just. It just hit you. Dude, when you told me this story, I fucking died.
And I'm like rinsing out my hair. And I finally get it out, and I look down. And you know how like the water will spout off the end of your penis?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Like it looks like you're peeing, but you're not.
Uh-huh.
Like Charlie's just like this, like underneath my just like rinsing his hands like this, just like in his face. I looked at what it was, the whole thing. I opened my eyes. He's just like, like this, like rinsing off his hands off the end of my dick. And I started laughing so fucking hard, right? So, and then today we were taking a shower and he was slapping me in the butt and he was laughing really, really hard and he thought it was funny because he was slapping me in the butt. Then he spread my butt cheeks. And I was like, Charlie! Because I would be like, stop slapping my butt. And he would slap my butt and laugh. And I was like, stop slapping my butt, dude. Come on. And then he spread my butt cheeks. And I was like, okay, it's getting weird now. So stop it. And he just was dying laughing. Do you have any like fun moments like that?
I mean, it's all fun. It's like being a dad is probably the best thing I've ever done, honestly. I fucking love it. But she is like the weirdest thing now. She's obsessed with my farts. When I fart, she thinks it is the funniest thing in the whole world.
It is.
So I've been kind of gassy the past few days, and like I was going out to paint. It was last night actually, and I farted, and then she goes, "Daddy, if you have to fart again, come in here." And I'm like,
I'm a little taster. That's the best, right?
Yeah, it's hilarious. Yeah.
Cam,
Let me think.
have you ever gotten poop?
Poop on me?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
All the
She's
time,
pooped,
right?
thrown up on me. Yeah,
you know
peed
what,
on
man?
me. Yeah.
Like, the thing I'm dealing with isn't anything like that. It's not that funny. It's like Ruby's
have to be funny.
attitude. She's like, hey guys,
To you and
to
Jess?
me and Jess.
Hey guys.
Hey guys, will you swing me? And we're like, hey Ruby. No.
Yeah. Maybe
Or-
refer to us
yeah.
differently.
Hey guys. Yeah. We.
Hey guys.
You know. Yeah. It's like no, that's not right. And what did she say? Oh shit, dude. We were in we were whole family in her bedroom, getting things done and putting her things away and whatever. And then we were going into the kitchen and she goes, "Boys, come on." And girl. Like she was like, "Boys, come on." And girl.
Just totally gets it.
Just me and Cash
Yeah.
and then Jess. She was like, "Boys, come on." And girl.
Yeah.
And we're just like, "Oh, Ruby, I don't know what we're doing wrong, but she's tough."
At least she can tell the difference, you know?
She's got it.
Dude, that's what we're dealing with. Cause
That's good. That's the good stuff.
She's just turning into a human being.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
she's 3.
Yeah.
So, you know, she's like, "Hey, y'all." Like,
Really?
Yeah.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's super weird that she addresses us as like
You guys.
her buddies. Like, dude, we are not your buddies.
Have you had no, she's too young. There does come a point where that conversation may or may not need to be had.
Yeah.
Because my kids, they confuse sometimes. Well, they don't fucking listen to me anyways. Like, they really don't give a shit about what I say until I'm like an 8 or a 9.
That's my daughter too.
Is that how it is?
She, I mean, her and I, we just joke around all day. So like when I tell her to do something, she just thinks that it's still a joke.
Right.
It makes it fucking real hard.
It does.
Because she just thinks we're playing still. I'm like, well, no, you got to do this. And
Right,
then
there's a
until like I have to ask her 100 times, she won't do it, and I have to get upset with her, and then she's like,
Yeah.
you know, oh, this is dad mode, kind of
Yeah.
a thing. Yeah.
When my son does that, I'm like, look, bro, you know who I am now.
Yeah.
We've known each other for a while now. You know what's happening. So when he's like, I'm like, shut up. I'm like, we're not doing the you're scared thing anymore. You know I'm not gonna hit you.
Yeah.
You know I'm not gonna do anything crazy.
Dude, Ruby goes, "I hurt my finger right here.
Oh yeah.
Can I have a popsicle?" And I'm just like,
They milk it. They know what they're
"Oh
doing.
yeah,
Yeah.
they know."
Yeah.
Did you give her the popsicle, by the way?
Or she'll go, "I hurt my finger right here and my toe right here. Can I have 2 popsicles?" One for each one. And I'm just like, no, this is working out.
Did she ever get the popsicle though?
She at the proper time she does. It's not at every time she hurts her finger because then she
Gets
would
a
have
popsicle.
20 popsicles. a
Yeah.
day.
I hurt my finger right
Yeah.
here.
We
Popsicle.
make sure we give her the popsicles at the right time of the day around her naps and time to eat dinner and stuff. But like, dude, she pulls that shit on us all the time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Can I have a popsicle? And she doesn't even say popsicle. She goes, popsicle.
Yeah,
and I'm
she-
like, why are you talking like that?
Yeah.
You don't need to talk like that.
Yep.
You know how to say popsicle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, but,
She's like,
you
this is
know,
cuter though.
Yeah, this is cuter.
I
I'm
could
like,
get
it's
you.
not cute.
So do you have a website or
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Louchheimart.com.
LouchheimArt.com?
Yeah, yeah.
And then you have a Facebook page, which
Yeah.
is just under Josh Louchheim,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then Instagram.
Is Louchheim_art, I believe. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's what it is.
All right, I'll put all the links
Okay.
in the
Yeah.
description below.
sure.
You guys can find all of Josh's art.
Yeah.
And so the website, they can contact you there.
Yeah.
If there's any, I don't know, art producers out there. So what about if somebody they dig your shit and they want to commish?
Yeah.
Do you do commish?
Yeah, I just knocked out a couple commissions a couple months ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, shipped them off last month. Yeah, yeah.
How does that feel?
That's nice.
I can't
yeah.
imagine somebody like asking me to like write them a song or something.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
that would be epic. It's
How cool is
weird-
that?
It's
That's
awesome.
huge, dude.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I've-
how do these people find you? Are they
I mean, it
friends
depends.
of
So
family
friends, yeah,
or-
friends and family and stuff. I'm trying to think. Most of them like just sell. Like, I was really hesitant to do commissions when I first started.
why?
People like they want specific things, and I was like, I don't know if I can paint that. I'm just trying to figure
I
this shit
see.
out, you know.
Right.
And I would be really reluctant. I was like, oh, this is what I have, you know, like take it or leave it kind of a thing.
Right.
And slowly starting to do it. Like the first one I did was probably 6 years ago. I was like, oh, that wasn't that bad. And then done a few since then, and just what they want. Like the two that I did were totally out of my realm, but I was like, I'd like to try something new.
Yeah.
So like I painted one like 95% with just a painting knife,
Oh,
and
okay.
and just put in the tiny little things with a brush, and like it was totally different realm of what I was used to, which was fantastic. Learned some shit, which was nice.
Yeah.
And then the same one was kind of similar, but with a little more detail. It was a replica of a prior painting I did, but with a different color scheme, and learn different things.
That
It
had
was
to have been a little bit of fun, though.
yeah, it was. They were both really fun.
Yeah.
Once I got into it, I'm like, yeah, this is awesome.
And then the other thing is that you prove to yourself that you could, like, there's that fear, right?
Yeah.
With everything that
Yeah.
you do in life. So
Yeah.
there's that fear, and then you're
Especially
like,
when you're held accountable.
you don't
Right?
want to
Yeah.
walk through it,
Yeah.
but then you
and
just
you don't know
do.
if they're gonna like it. Like,
Right.
you know, like, oh man,
And
I
if
hope
they-
they really dig it. You know, yeah. If they
Mm-hmm.
if they don't like it, and maybe they don't like it, they just didn't tell me. You know,
Well, they paid you, right?
they paid me.
Well, fuck it.
No, they all said that they loved it. So, I mean, yeah, it's getting out of that comfort zone, which is
Yeah.
always hard to do.
Of course.
Because I kind of get stuck in like I just go on a path. I just want to paint what I want to paint, but it's
It's,
it's
awesome
It's
that
fun. It's fun to do that.
with a family,
Mm-hmm.
you still chisel out time because it's a lot of fucking time
Yeah, it
to
is.
do
Yeah, it
what
is.
you're
It
doing.
is. Yeah,
Yeah.
And the fact that you can still do that is
yeah. I'm like
pretty fucking awesome, dude.
super regimented.
Well, you have to be.
Yeah, yeah. So like,
There's no flimsiness.
yeah, at 8:30, usually
You're out there.
I'm out there. Like
Yeah.
if it's usually Monday through Saturday, I paint. Lately, I've been taking Mondays off. Yeah, but I'm out there at 8:30 painting. Usually the weekdays I paint till about 10:30, 11ish, and then Friday and Saturday I get out there at 8:30 and I'll just go like 2, 3 o'clock sometimes.
Do you still love it?
Love it. Yeah, absolutely love it.
It's
Yeah.
your
You think about it
All day,
as,
yeah,
as you're
all
creeping
day.
up to
Yeah,
it?
I'm just sitting at work like thinking about paintings, you know, like
Yeah.
yeah,
Man,
yeah,
that's fucking
that's
awesome.
such an
Yeah.
awesome thing.
yeah.
It is.
Yeah, thank you.
And then, so you have like your own little like studio like outside or
Yeah,
something?
it's actually in the garage. I carved out a section of the garage. I have a big wall mount easel, which is on a crank, so I can put some big motherfucking pieces on there.
that's tight.
Yeah, which is awesome.
It's on a crank.
It's on. Well, it has a crank like so
Oh,
it goes up
gotcha,
on a
gotcha.
mast.
All
Yeah,
right, all right.
yeah. It's mounted to the wall, and then I have a desk out there with. Sometimes I have a tabletop easel on there. Sometimes I don't. And then another little easel that it rotates horizontally, so I can varnish and do all that stuff.
Do you have like tunes or podcasts or whatever like in headphones, or do you have it like on a? I feel,
Blasting.
Depends. Yeah.
I picture
yeah.
him out there with some speakers blasting.
Well, I
like-
have my PA out there too. So when I used to when I lived solo, like that place I used to cruise, I
Uh-huh.
used to just fucking put it on the PA and just fucking jam.
Blast it.
Yeah, just fucking jam. Yeah, I did that. Now, I mean, they're trying to sleep in there, so I'm not,
Can't.
yeah, I'm not gonna get radical.
I'm not gonna get wrecked.
But yeah, usually,
What was there something fun?
I just did a sad trumpet.
it's hilarious. Yeah.
It was.
I don't get it. Because I'm wearing this stupid fucking hat. I don't get the headphones on. I dressed up for you.
I appreciate that.
Like,
You look
at you.
fantastic.
You're wearing a
Flannel, yeah.
a flannel.
Yeah,
I,
and then grayish pants as well.
I was like,
Yeah.
might as well.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I miss the Doc Martens, bro.
Dude, I haven't, the summertime, I haven't been wearing them. I get too
Yeah,
sweaty.
because
Yeah.
fuck
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. I used to like without question, I'm fucking wearing boots.
You always
Like,
had
yeah,
boots.
always,
Always,
yeah,
yeah,
always,
dude.
yeah.
Did you had those glasses? That you legit looked like fucking
Depp.
Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You had that Depp thing
the
happening.
vibe, yeah.
You
From
had
what's
that
that
deep
movie?
depth.
The writer? What's that movie?
Oh, Secret Window.
Is that the
Yeah,
one? That's
because
the,
yeah,
yeah.
I got that shit a lot. Yeah.
Oh, did you? Yeah. So this thing on my face,
Yeah.
just okay.
What's up with that?
Yeah. Okay. So looks like I don't know. I'm Lisa Left Eye, or Nelly. Do I look like Nelly?
They're
gotta get
both
the Band-Aid,
not that
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Well,
They're both not that great.
well, Lee's left eye died,
Yeah. So.
and Nellie's not that great.
Okay.
This better be good.
Yeah. What's that song? How does it go?
Nellie, what did Nellie do?
Fish don't fry in the kitchen, beans don't burn on the grill. Yeah.
Is that the same song?
I think that's how it starts.
You know
Yeah.
what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about?
I gotta hear it.
I got a bag for cornrows.
That was-
and
yeah.
a cute
Oh, yeah.
That was the
toe.
one that put him on the map. Yeah.
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 And then that was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened to your face, Richard?
Oh.
Yeah, the O is perfect.
So, I had a. This has come with old age. I don't know why, but if I get a pimple, it's deeper now. It's not like as surfacey.
Yeah.
Like I still have surface pimples, but like a lot of the pimples I've been getting are deep, and I can't.
Cystic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very cystic.
Yeah, they come out as little pearls.
Right. So
If you can dig them out.
Oh, why? So I had.
Well, apparently you can.
Well, I'll tell you exactly what happened. So
not.
I got a little
Looked like it came out.
I got a little pearl in the back of my neck because there was a pimple that went deep, couldn't get it, and now it just sealed over to a little rock pebble. There's one behind my ear. Okay, you could feel it if you want. You don't. No.
I'll feel it later.
Yeah. But I had this one on my cheek. It was like one of the first ones that sort of developed like 3 months ago. I would squeeze it and it would hurt, and then it stopped hurting, and then it like became a cyst, and I was like, fuck, dude, what? So I just left it there, right?
Yeah.
So about 3 or 4 days ago, I had like a couple of like blackheads over on the surface, and so I was squeezing these blackheads out, like it was right over where like the pearl was underneath, and right and down below a little squeeze of like white shit came out, and I was like,
sebum.
sebum, right?
Yes.
And I was like, huh. I was like, I wonder if that's the portal, because I was squeezing in the middle of the pearl.
Ah.
The actual exit was way low. So it had started there and then moved up in my cheek and then developed a little cyst,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So, but when I was squeezing this surface shit, it squeezed out the bottom. Okay. Bros, let me tell you something. You know how like you'd have friends, it was probably you guys, they would say like, oh, I squeezed the pimple, it shot onto the mirror. I have never had that in my whole life.
Never.
I never could relate. I would just go, yes, I have had that too. But I never have. I was just a liar. Yeah. So, so I was like, huh, let me just give this a little squeeze. And I went, "Oi!" And it went, and it launched a web basically out of my cheek onto the fucking mirror, right?
Web?
It looked like a web because so much came out, and it's such a small hole.
It's like 17 years of build-up. You finally got it.
And it went, and I was like, but it was still a huge thing. So I was
Yeah.
like, maybe I could squeeze more. I fucking go, yay! And it just goes, and just covers the whole mirror. Still more in there, so I grabbed my, because I was getting in the shower when this happened, so I took off my underwear and because I needed some traction.
Richard.
I needed some traction because it was
How
getting
long
all,
were you wearing these underwear?
all day,
Oh shit.
all day. So I take my undies off and I use the underwear to squeeze because I needed traction because it was like starting to get greasy.
You ever heard of tissue?
Q-tip?
Tissue? No, this
Tissue, no.
I needed to squeeze hard. The tissue would
Yeah,
have melted.
Well, gotcha.
Okay, so I took it, right? And I fucking squeezed so goddamn hard. I covered the whole mirror. Not, I'm
Yeah.
exaggerating. Just the corner. When I tell you the smell was something that you can't the smell was
Like a dead fish bucket.
It smelled like bad pussy. It smelled like a gangrenous
How do you
wound.
know what bad pussy smells like? Oh.
You smell like your belly button?
How do I know what bad pussy smells like? Because I've been through it all, baby. Been
I
through
just
all.
wanted to know what your answer was.
And let me tell you something. Does bad pussy ever turn me away? No. Doesn't turn me off either.
Your
I just
pussy smells like my face explosion.
I go like this. I go, and then I go to give a kiss, and they go, your face smells like fish. I say, it's fine. That's you, baby. So, it's a joke. So I squeeze all this shit out, and it was really red right there, right? And then when I was washing my face, it was, I don't know how to explain. It was squeaking when like I was washing my face, and it was like normal, but right here was like,
Because you got all the oils off.
because I had it, and I had.
Rubbing the cavity.
I had taken off a layer of skin for
Right.
sure in the process, but that's why I'm a man of cornrows and manicured toes. You be in the Bumble.
Richard Right Eye Lopez.
Oh, oh, that's what.
Oh!
I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes. That's what he says.
It's getting hot in here.
Oh yeah, it's getting hot in her, so take
That's
off
the
all your
song.
clothes. I am getting so hot, I wanna take my clothes off. So, do you want to play a little game with us?
Yeah, let's play.
Okay, so gentlemen in the booth, because we have a booth, start thinking of a place and a scenario, and that's it. A place and a scenario, one or the other, and I'm gonna explain. Have you seen the episode with Danny
Danny.
Torgerson?
Is that the dude that was like talking about aliens and shit?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that
Yes,
was a
he
great
was.
episode. Yeah.
Yeah, great episode. Right? So we played a game.
So let's
played
play
a game with-
Baga Hats.
Yes.
Yes!
There it is.
There we go. Thank you, Nick, for
Baga
sending that to us.
Hats.
So this game is called Baga
Baga Hats.
Okay, so what you're gonna do, and I know you know what this game is, and I'm gonna still explain it. This is for our listeners in Spain,
Okay.
and because we're big in Spain. I don't know if you know, but we are. And so what we're gonna do is we're all gonna reach into this hat, and we're gonna let you go first.
Okay.
And pending what kind of hat you have on will determine your character.
Okay.
Okay, and then we're all gonna pick a hat. You're gonna have to take off your headphones,
Okay.
and so it gets real all of a sudden because you're in this little bubble, right? And it's like the pressure's off, but all of a sudden you take the headphones off, and now you're in the real world,
Oh
and
shit.
things get
yeah.
a little
It's
real.
gonna be like when I walk out after painting. Yeah.
Exactly. We're gonna have that moment. So I'm gonna have you
That
reach in.
breath of air
Yeah.
is
I'm gonna have you reach in, and you're gonna
real
pick a
breath of
hat,
Okay.
and then Cam's gonna go, and then I'm gonna go, and then
they're gonna
they're gonna
come up with
determine-
the scenario.
Okay. Okay.
So
Eyes closed.
yeah,
I'm
eyes
assuming?
closed. You got to get past a big one first if you want to go low. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Nice, dude. You're a Green Beret.
All right.
All right, Cameron. Cause you're a sucker for
It's harder
cornrows.
for me because I got a big old fat.
And
Oh yeah,
it's
the
a.
captain.
I think I have a couple of different ones, dude.
Let's check a different one.
No, dude.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, I think.
Balance it on top.
Okay, let me go. Dude,
Legit.
It's legit.
It's
You
a
gotta
yarmulke.
cock it sideways a little bit, man.
he's
Did I
got
not?
he's got it sideways.
Yeah.
Is that better?
Everything's good.
You're my fashion consigliere, Ben. Tell me, am I good?
Gorgeous.
Okay, and I am.
Do I look like I'm in the Scissor Sisters?
Jesus Christ.
It's not much different than how you have on right now.
This one? Fuck you, dude.
Oh, look at me in my newsy fucking hat.
What am I, a paper boy, or am I a golfer from the 70s?
You're,
A newsie.
or is he Jack Nicklaus?
Jacket and hat.
And a green beret and Captain Fuck
Captain.
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's start the show.
So what did I say you guys got to pick?
Forget.
A place.
Oh, yeah.
In a scenario.
In a scenario. So, Ben, where are we?
The ladies' room. The ladies' restroom.
We're in the women's
In the
restroom.
Women's restroom.
Okay.
That's what was on my mind. That's
Yeah,
what I-
apparently. Okay.
Women's restroom.
What's the scenario? Why are we in the women's restroom?
Because the men's restroom's
Cam-
toilet is.
Cam has recently had a gender reassignment surgery.
Saw that coming.
Hold on. From a female to a male?
Yeah, female to male. So he
forgot?
He forgot. So you guys are trying to get him out of the bathroom.
Well, there we go.
Let him know that he's no longer a male.
Okay. but he's still wearing a captain's hat.
Yeah, woman. can be a-
Ah, you're right. I fucked up there. Okay, I'm sorry.
So
So, do you get it? So,
You
I'm
forgot to
I'm
do
not
it.
a chick anymore.
Exactly.
So you're a man in a woman's bathroom.
yes, you've had a reassignment surgery,
Right.
but you're in the women's restroom because you've been using the women's restroom forever,
Right.
and we've got to get you out, but you're like,
Okay, good.
you don't want any of it.
Okay.
So who so we have a green beret.
beret.
So we have a green beret.
But he's from the British task force.
Okay.
British, huh?
Retired.
Okay.
You're a 11-year-old
Passive.
newspaper boy.
Oh, I just
I'm
happen
gonna
to.
give you guys characters too.
Okay.
So.
So I'm 11.
Yeah, you're 11-year-old newspaper boy who's just you're hungry.
Okay.
You haven't ate, but you're trying to sell these newspapers, but you still got to get them out of the bathroom.
Okay.
You're a British Green Beret officer.
But he's retired because he injured his finger.
Okay. I hope. Can they hear you guys? Probably not,
A
right?
little bit.
Okay. Are we standing up?
No, I'm coming into my stall.
Okay. Are you sitting in the stall?
I'm sitting on the toilet because
Yeah,
I'm
so you're
peeing.
behind the door.
Because I sit down when I pee.
Okay.
Right? Still?
Let's see.
Excuse me, sir? Sir? Sir, excuse me. Am I British too?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're both-
Excuse me, sir.
Captain, you're in the goddamn wrong place.
I do believe you might be in the wrong restroom, sir.
Oh, blimey.
You're pretty sure then.
We're all British.
I don't even know how to do a British accent.
Sir! You're in the wrong restroom. I'm trying to sell me papers out here, and everyone's...
You can only pick your gender. You can't pick the restroom.
That's exactly
You
right.
Quite right, quite right. Check
So-
out to the blokes.
So you,
The blokes.
you're supposed... You got... Hold on. You got to put up a fight.
Fuck you!
You think you're in the right restroom.
Go get!
Kick like a man if you want to be a man.
You fuck.
Hey.
I don't know.
We're fucking this one up.
Such a
The British
weird-
accent
It's
is
so-
so fucking hard.
It's
Like,
such
I don't know how to do a
weird
British accent.
situation that I don't know what to fucking...
Should I knock... Sir! Sir!
What?
You're in the wrong goddamn bathroom.
I've got a fucking green beret out here. He's...
You wanna come see my pussy?
I thought you had a dick.
I believe it's... I believe... Oh! Oh, wow.
Sweet Jesus.
Wow, that's actually quite nice.
Beautiful.
God.
Are you gonna come out or no? You just gonna show us your beef and then stay in, or what are you doing now? You staying in, or you going? You coming, or you going?
I'm always coming.
Oh, Golden. I'm only 11. What are you speaking of? It's absolutely revolting.
Yesterday I was a boy, now I'm a woman, now I'm a boy.
I believe. Maybe you don't remember.
I don't.
You don't remember? No.
I'll pull you out of here with my broken finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll pull you right out of there with my broken finger.
Come get me. Dude, I don't know.
I don't know either.
That's about as good as we could do.
That's the
bad.
hardest scenario you could ever create.
We'll delete that whole thing.
We said delete.
Baga Hats.
Yeah, you guys would give us tough ones next
That
time.
was tough.
You put me on the spot.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I have trannies on the mind.
And we're not professional improvers.
No.
We're gonna get
It's not
better.
my
Though.
specialty.
We're gonna work.
What could I have done better?
Nothing.
I'm still trying to figure out the scenario.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
I couldn't remember if you're male or female.
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah.
which way you would transition.
Transitioned to a man, but you forgot and started using the women's restroom, but then they're saying, yo, there's a dude in the women's restroom, and you're like, shit, I forgot I'm a fucking dude now.
They can't
Right.
hear you.
But
Yeah.
where did they come in? As their
why are we
characters.
in there? Yeah.
What was the Green Beret and the Newsie gonna do?
Well, I will say a green beret. That's kind of that's
He probably would have dragged me out.
that's what you want in that scenario.
Yeah.
You want a green beret in there. An 11-year-old kid selling the newspaper on the corner from 1920s. I don't know.
Jeez Louise.
I'm a little bit more polite about the situation. Okay, bad location.
Well,
We'll cut that.
we'll cut it. No, we won't.
No, it's good.
No,
Just
it's
leave
fun.
it.
It's fun to see a train wreck every once in a
Yeah.
while.
That was a train.
Do you know what I mean? I thought you're like, what?
Hello? What? Are you a dude?
I'm taking a shit.
I don't know.
I'm taking a shit.
I don't remember.
Shitting out my pussy.
So, dude, don't even.
Even that little bit gets me
Ma'am.
so hot.
I'm a ma'am.
All right. We usually do this with guests just to sort of pull things that we may not have discussed.
Okay.
This song,
Richard just pulls this out of his.
this is the game best
This
award.
one's fun.
Okay.
I know you may have heard us do it on this show before. This one is pretty fun because it might bring up a memory that you don't even remember.
I dig that.
Which does that make sense? It brings up a memory that you don't remember.
They're all buried in there somewhere.
Okay, so this
Yeah.
might bring it out.
It might.
Okay, so it all spilled. Oh, it's not too bad. Okay, let me just make sure. So here, who is that?
Sounded like you.
Yeah, it did. Who is it?
I don't know.
Okay,
This looks like the worst on my soundboard.
the worst. And just my vocals come up.
Taylor's such a gangster.
What an asshole.
I just googled the worst. And it was.
It goes. It sounded like you. Okay, so basically what happens is
Shit.
this. I'm going to mix these little cards up, right? And you're just going to pull a card.
Hold on.
Yeah.
That's a stuck mode drum kit. That's badass. Just
Yeah.
noticed that, yeah.
The first one.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
A little stuck
No,
mode
so this
sticker
is-
on there.
This is just a sculpture.
Yeah.
And then we put
Oh, thanks, Richard. He didn't know that it was. It wasn't the actual first.
I thought it was a
drum
real
set.
drum kit.
so how this game works is
No, it's not the first one. This is the sculpture. No, but it is the first sculptured stuck mode
Stuck mode drum kit ever in existence. Yeah.
that's
cool.
a sticker.
I still need what is it? Sweet 11?
Sweet 11, yeah.
Still
Do you
missing
need,
Sweet
do you
11.
need 900 copies?
Just
'Cause
one.
I got
Just
them.
one, please.
Yeah, you can have one.
Okay.
Yeah.
We got plenty. That's not our first
Actually,
record.
if you have one, 500 come with it. So
You guys take
Yeah.
the whole box.
yes.
Yeah.
Can I just give you that?
Yeah, sure.
Because then when people ask me where to get them, I can be like, call Josh.
Yeah, at least a few
That would
times
be
a
the
year.
best.
Yeah, at least a few
That's what
times.
I need to do.
I don't call John.
Stocking stuffers, baby.
So basically, the best to the worst.
Who's this band?
The best to worst
Best to worst.
is basically you're gonna pull a card. It's gonna have a topic on it,
Okay.
and you're either gonna talk about the best or the worst relating to that topic, or if it's pertinent, the first. Sometimes in some instances the first doesn't make sense, but if the first does work for the topic, you can do first, worst, or best. It's up to you.
Sometimes.
So
the
it's
first
one or the
covers
other. It's not
both.
all of the above.
No, you can do
Okay.
whatever you actually. Cam, what do you want it to be?
I want it to be the first.
The first.
I always like the
Okay.
first.
Yeah, the
'Cause
first is kind of
sometimes
fun.
that's the
Yeah.
worst, and sometimes it's the best.
True. Very true.
And it can
Yeah.
actually, I guess it can incorporate all a couple.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead. You can pick a. There it is.
Vacation.
Oh.
My first vacation. Well, this is kind of an interesting one. I was almost born in the Lake of the Ozarks.
What?
Yeah. My mom was on vacation. She had me when she was 19.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And they were on vacation with her family, and she went into labor at the Lake of the Ozarks.
No shit.
Yeah.
So
Like-
that
Yeah.
was physically your first vacation.
Technically, yeah. Yeah.
Were you born in the water?
No. They drove me down to my grandfather was a doctor, so one of his friends' colleagues.
House?
Yeah. Well, I think it was a hospital. I don't know. Yeah.
So like from the show, the Ozarks, the show.
Yes, same place. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Where is that? What state
Missouri.
is that? Missouri.
Yeah.
So you were
Yeah.
born in Missouri?
Well, I was born in Granite City, Illinois.
Oh.
Yeah, so they drove down. I guess it was a long
Oh, she went into labor.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and
okay.
then they packed up and hauled ass.
How interesting is that?
Is that crazy? Yeah.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
that
So-
story.
You're a
for
Midwest
sure that's-
boy.
Yeah, I was born. I lived there for like the first 3 years of my life, just outside of St. Louis.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
No shit.
That would have never come up in this whole
Never,
interview.
never.
No.
Yeah,
Isn't that-
never.
And actually,
Yeah.
I don't think
Yeah.
anyone would have
Probably ever
no-
known that. Yeah.
even our homies.
So your
Yeah,
mom went into
yeah.
labor in the Ozarks.
Yeah.
Then they shot the series,
Yeah.
and
And that's actually one of my favorite shows. I love it just because
Oh, is it?
I've been on vacation there and hung out there, so it's like
is it pretty
It's
awesome? there?
beautiful.
it's gorgeous. Yeah, it is gorgeous, but there is some sketchy cats there.
Oh,
Yeah,
is there? See,
yeah,
I watched
yeah.
the first episode.
Yeah.
People give me shit. I like watched the first episode of like a really, really like a banger fucking series, and then I'm just like, I don't.
Just fade off real quick.
I didn't get into it. I watched every episode of Breaking Bad. Every single episode, every Cecil season,
Seasons.
and I did not watch the last episode. I
So-
have no idea how it ends.
That is actually a show that I've only watched the very first
Why?
episode and never watched anything after
Is
that.
that true?
Yep.
Are you
Honest
kidding
to
me?
God, I swear to God. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
That's fucking nuts. Yeah.
guys
And everybody was
need
saying
to
watch it. I
talk
watched
to
one
each
episode. I was
other.
like, that's pretty good. Never watched it again.
Yeah, it just didn't hit you.
And I used to not watch shows.
I didn't
I used
either.
to ever watch shows, and now like my wife and I'll hang out and we'll watch some shows, and like I
Ozarks.
would sometimes I would paint and put a show on, but I never really watched it. It would just be like ambient sound going on.
Background music.
Yeah.
Basically. So what's the worst vacation you've ever been on?
I don't know. We went to was it sophomore year or no? It was junior year. Went to Mission Beach with Tommy Stoolin and a few other cats. I keep saying last names. Can't do that.
That's all right.
It's cool. Yeah.
There's nobody listening.
And we got there one night, like the night we got there, and we were parked over by the bay. Car got broken into. All our fucking shit stolen. So I rocked the same clothes for a week straight.
Nice.
Just gritty as fuck. Didn't
Yeah.
wash them, just rolling
Yeah.
around. People probably thought I was a bum.
Yeah.
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 But it turned out to be a rad vacation. Just started off shitty.
Why didn't you buy another pair of clothes or something?
I didn't have any fuck. I like was just scraping by, dude. I had,
Oh.
probably had like $100 in my name. I had to spend it all on booze, man.
But then you
food,
start
yeah.
charging for parties, then you make a little scratch.
Charging for parties?
Well, not on the
How do you do that?
mission, yeah.
$5 a head at a party at a house in Mission.
Yeah.
don't know. Can
I mean, I guess
do
you-
that?
I guess you
Didn't
could.
Didn't
We didn't do it, but we could have.
I went to a few.
I was like, I paid for it. I was actually talking to Taylor about this. This was like this was some good marketing. When we released one of our records with Stuck Mode, we had the CD release, at Taylor's parents' house, and we charged $5 to get in. You got a keg cup and one of our CDs.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Genius.
That's
Genius.
good. Yeah.
That was the first when they put they put it together.
Like a combo.
Yeah, the
Combo
buy a
pack.
Shirt, that's how they get the.
Taylor was
Dude,
Taylor's ahead of the
good
game.
at marketing.
He's very good
Yeah.
at marketing.
Yeah.
No wonder he's doing what he's doing right now. That's pretty much what he does. For
Last
a living.
time I was at that house, I fucking ate too many mushrooms and I had to fucking leave, and I haven't been back since.
Do you remember? Were
That
you there
happens.
when we?
Because I was the only one doing them.
Do you remember when?
That's the problem. I thought you'd never do them alone.
Well, it wasn't me. It was me and 2 other dudes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
That's kind of like my acid story. I thought I did it all by myself,
Yeah.
but apparently there was like a couple other people that took
They
it.
Took it too.
But I just
It's like this
I
is
just
a
went a
little
little
too
whole-
much.
whole
too-
nother level.
I was
And
on
those
that.
parties were fucking fun, dude.
Taylor's.
Yeah.
Oh
There was
yeah,
a ton
dude.
of people.
Yeah, that's the night I got a boujou from a blue Jew, a baju,
A blue Jew, a blue Jew,
a roasted,
baju,
a roasted
cashew,
au jus. Yeah,
Dome life.
and then
Dome life.
and then she wanted to make out with me right after
Ooh.
she sucked.
Oh, we heard that story last night.
Yeah.
Mm.
She was like, she sucked me dry.
Yeah.
She sucked it right in, and sucked me right in, and then
I watched that
Tractor
movie
beam.
last night.
sucked me right in. And then she went to make out with me, and I was like, oh god, that's fucking crazy. And she sucked it dry, dude. Like it was fucking like I had no cum. She sucked the cum out of my balls. You know what I mean? Like a drink.
Milkshake.
Do you want to do another one?
Yes. I'll switch you.
What if you said no?
Fuck no.
It's like not really. Kind of over it.
Thank
Next.
you. Thank you.
Let's see if we can get a juicy because vacations.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of
Yeah.
like
You
That's-
were born.
I don't know how
PG.
you could have a bad time on vacation, so that's kind of a hard one, a worse one.
I've had a couple.
They
of,
happen.
I've
Yeah, I
had a couple
guess,
of
yeah.
situations that
Yeah.
weren't so great. Like one time in Carlsbad,
Mm-hmm.
my dad chased. He was going to murder me if he actually caught me.
I
Basically,
remember that.
I had a friend who was like over and was smoking weed and was like,
Mm-hmm.
and I like disrespected him, and he like came to find me, like hunt me down, and like he was chasing me at a full clip. This is probably the last time my dad's ever run in his life. Since then, I don't think I've ever seen him run.
Yeah.
But he was chasing me at a full like. Luckily, I was faster than him. If he would have caught me, he would have hurt me really bad, you know.
He probably wouldn't have.
But that was intense.
Yeah.
And I actually went. One of my buddy Kyle, like I fucking dove into his place and like hid in the closet. And then my dad came up to the room, and he was like, "Is Richard in here?" And they're like, "No, he's not here." And it was fucking terrifying. So shit like that, you know, that's like not
Yeah,
so
I can
great.
see that. Yeah, I mean, I got caught smoking weed on vacation.
And it fucks
Yeah,
up
it
your
sucks.
whole deal.
Yeah, it sucks.
Because they're
then
all
you're-
disappointed.
And there's that big haze, like, oh man, I fucked up again, all this shit. Like they're all pissed off at you. Yeah, I can see
the
that.
stigma,
Yeah.
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 All right, let's see if we can get you. Let's see what else we can do.
Let's see here. Summer job. Okay.
First worst.
I don't know if like necessarily summer job. But my first job was telemarketing. I lasted all of maybe 6 hours. And
Was
I
your
fucking
was your
walked
guy
out.
was your manager named Goldie?
I don't think so. It was over on
Weak.
it was on Hayden in like McDowell. There's that like brick building there. It was a little rinky dink shop in there. And I just like cold call people. I don't even know what I was trying to sell them, honestly. Yeah, I have no fucking idea. They said just call this list, and I called people, and they didn't want to talk to me, so I just fucking moved on. And they were all watching the Oscars or something, and I was like, fuck this, man. And I go to the lady that was the boss. I was like, listen, I can't do this. And she's like, well, you put in your 2 weeks? I was like, no, this is it. I'm leaving.
Putting in my 2
Yeah.
minutes.
And then I go call my mom. I'm like, hey, I just quit. You got to come pick me up. And then I go sit on the curb, and I'm like, fuck. I got to go back in there. I'm like, hey, when do I get paid? And, and the lady just
dude.
looks at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Well, I was here, so I should technically get some cash.
6 hours
Yeah,
of
6
pay.
hours of that.
Well, I was
I
here.
should technically get some cash. That's legit, I guess.
Yeah.
All right.
We doing worse too or no?
Yeah, what's your worst job you ever had? Was that Taco,
Taco Bell? Yeah.
Did you work at Taco Bell?
No, I did. My brother worked at Taco Bell.
Did he?
He did, yeah.
You have a brother?
Yeah, Lance Jerome, man. Yeah. Yeah, he's.
Have I ever met him?
Probably not. I don't know.
How old is he?
He's 22 now. He's in college, man. He
Oh,
plays
okay,
baseball.
so he's a young little
He's a
guy.
young buck, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, okay.
He's like, he plays baseball at Trinity College out in Chicago.
Okay.
Yeah, outside of Chicago.
Oh, so he's legit.
He's legit, yeah. He's actually on his working on his master's right now in something that I cannot remember now. I feel like an ass.
That's okay.
Yeah, but yeah, he's the man.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
But he worked at Taco Bell and then he got fired. Yeah.
For what?
I think he was. I probably shouldn't say.
Smoking weed?
I think so. Yeah. I think that's.
That's
what it was.
all right.
I think he was like on the job.
You know, I know a guy who used to get blowjobs in the refrigerator.
Really?
The walk-in refrigerator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a health concern.
That
Yeah,
is,
so-
that definitely is a health concern.
Yeah. And I was really happy for this guy too because I didn't think he was ever gonna like get a blowjob, you know. And it turns out he was getting
getting it.
He was and then
This is a guy we all know.
yeah.
It's
Give
wonderful.
initials?
It's one of my favorite things
This
ever.
person I bring up regularly on here, AH.
Yeah. We'll just leave it at that.
And cause you know he had I think he had a slow journey into the sexual realm, but then once he got going, he was good,
Full fledged.
full fledged. He was able to find his niche out there.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
like,
all about finding that groove and just running with it, man. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
If you
For sure.
and
Yeah.
if you can accept your groove, like
Yeah.
your niche, then
Like this is me. I'm just that's what I'm doing, man. Yeah.
so if you can catch a couple of bajus
Yeah.
in the
Mine was
walk-in,
deep freeze.
in the deep, I think it was
I
the
would
freezer
I would
too.
think it would be too cold, man. I would not know if that'd be.
I asked him.
comfortable.
I said, "It's not too cold in there." He's no.
No.
No, it's fine. He's German or he's Russian.
I was just gonna say, no, us Russians get blowjobs in the cold all the time.
Exactly. Hey, do we know how many minutes we've done?
Like an hour and 45.
Is it no?
Yeah.
What does
Yeah.
it say on there?
Hour and 35.
Oh, is that true? All right, you lucked out.
Wow, what's that?
I don't know. That's it. We're done.
That was it?
Isn't that crazy?
That's going by fast.
It's over.
Wow.
Yeah. So
We can always cut out
Hey.
the
Yeah,
improv.
yes.
Say what you want to.
no, we're not
Say
gonna.
what I want to.
Play. Yeah.
I love
Go.
you guys.
No. Plug.
Oh, plug.
your
I thought
stuff.
you said. Oh, okay, gotcha. So yeah, LouchheimArt.com. You could see all pretty much the entirety of my portfolio on there. Louchheim_art on Instagram. Just Josh Louchheim on the Facebook. Next show will be at Herberger April 2021. No, May 2021. Called Evaporation, and then solo exhibition there in May of 2022.
That sounds awesome.
If you want, if you want a commission or anything, hit me up and I will paint it.
Fuck yeah, bro.
And
Yeah.
you're gonna paint us something, right?
I am, yes.
We'll
yes.
pay you for it too.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't.
No, absolutely, you're not gonna pay me. No,
No.
no,
Well.
because it's to replenish the one that was already.
Yeah,
there.
but I fucked that up. So that wasn't
all
your
is
fault.
forgiven, man. All is forgiven.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I had some other things I wanted to say, but people only really tune in for about 6 minutes.
Makes
so
sense,
it's
yeah.
like,
The other,
so it's like
It's a short
the other
window.
hour and 24 minutes
we
are
got
filler.
we got to make sure that first 6 minutes is fire.
Fire,
and
yeah.
Was it? I don't know. It was.
We covered some good shit.
we got some good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could
No, that
find
was
6
fun.
minutes within this and just start that.
Oh, and just make that the video.
Yeah.
That would
Yeah.
probably get more views
Yeah.
on it if we did it that way.
Bam. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, dude, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me. It was
Thanks,
fun.
brother.
Very fun.
We'll have
yes,
you on again
yes.
sometime soon. Maybe
Yeah,
like
love it.
maybe next year when the exhibition.
Yeah,
is
that'd be
coming
rad.
up.
Yeah, absolutely.
We'd
yeah.
love to have you
Yeah,
on just to like
fuck yeah.
promote it or
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe we'll have a little bit of a larger following at that time. Who knows? Probably not.
You guys
So-
are big in Spain, so that's huge. Yeah.
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 Just being consistent is really all it comes down to with whatever we do, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's
That's
art, whether it's podcasts,
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
or if it's
Not stopping.
scouring for scallywags on the fucking internet,
Yeah.
which I do. Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Dick and Boonies Podcast. We would really love to see you again sometime soon. Later.
Good night.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
You can't cut it out.
Thank you.
You can't cut it out because the train wreck is.
We can't believe you had no time.
Yeah. The Baga Hats. Yeah.
We gotta get better than that.
You guys should have scenario editing.